Good afternoon, students. This is the continuation of the lesson Control and Coordination, Part 3. Let's begin. I am Madhavi, your biology teacher from BRGS. So, types of responses. There are three types of responses: voluntary action, involuntary action, and reflex action. So, as you all know, voluntary action means that actions are controlled by our body, okay, and involuntary actions means which are not controlled by us, such as heartbeat, digestion, okay. And what is reflex action? So in this lesson we are going to learn about reflex action, and before that we should know about neuron, okay, that is the nerve cell. So what is neuron? Neuron is a functional and structural unit of nervous system, means without neuron there is no nervous system. See in this, as you can see, this is one second. This is this part is called cell body, okay. What is that? Cell body, or also called cyton, okay, cyton. And these are all hair like structures coming from cell body, so these are all called dendrites, okay. These are all called what? Dendrites. And in the center of the cell body, nucleus is present. This is nucleus, okay. So from the cell body, this is stem like structure, that is called axon, okay. So the ending of that axon, that is called nerve endings. So these are all nerve endings. So this is the structure of neuron, okay. And there are five sensory neurons. There are 5 sensory neurons. That is, we have 5 senses, right? That is hearing, smell, touch, vision, taste. So based on that, we have see here, thigmoreceptor. This is thigmoreceptor. So this is related to skin, okay. So touch, it senses touch. And gustatoreceptor, so that is regarding tongue, okay, it receives tastes. And photoreceptor, that is it captures light. And audio receptor, that is regarding to ear, okay, that is you can say that is based on ear. And it receives sound. And olfactoreceptor means it receives the smell, okay. So these are all the 5 sensory neurons in our body. Next, here types of neurons, that is this is called reflex arc. So this is one second, sorry. See, this is, okay, that is called reflex action. So this is the one example given here. So I'm going to explain about that also. So before that, let's move forward. So this is about neuron, okay, structural and functional unit of nervous system. Each neuron have the following 2 parts, that is cyton or cell body. So this is cyton or cell body, as I told you before. And cell process, so in the cell process, dendrites and axon, this is spelling is AXON, okay, axon is present in the neuron. Next, what is reflex action? It is a quick, sudden and immediate response of the body to a stimulus. Means what? Example, knee jerk, withdrawal of hand on touching a hot object. Okay, so what is stimulus, what is response in this? Stimulus is change in environment. Any change in environment, that is called stimulus. Response means what? So we will respond to that stimulus. Okay, so it is like a reaction. Okay, we will see with example. Yeah, see here, this is what the diagram which is given in our textbook also. It's very, very important. Okay, yes. See, a person is touching a hot pan. So what happens there? One responds, the skin responds. Okay, the skin responds, and the information, okay, that message or information, you can say, otherwise you can say impulse. So that information will carry through one nerve. Okay, one nerve. So that nerve is called sensory neuron. That is called what? That nerve. So nerves are made up of neurons. Nerves are made up of neurons. So that is the reason this nerve is called sensory neuron. Very good. So here what happens? So what is actually the information passes through one nerve, and the information reaches to brain through spinal cord. So this is the process. But in reflex action, means in quick, sudden and immediate situations, what happens? The spinal cord will take the decisions. Okay, so it will give information, it will give the suggestion back. So what is the instructions, you can say? It will instruct to the body when the sudden or immediate situation takes place. Okay, so what happens here? The information, the message will pass through this nerve. Okay, that nerve is called sensory neuron. Okay, then what happens? In the spinal cord, there are see here, there are some nerves. So those nerves are called relay neurons. Relay neurons. So these relay neurons will connect sensory neurons, and one more neuron is also there, that is motor neuron. You can see here, see, this is motor neuron. Okay, so the information first of all will carry through sensory nerve, and it will reach spinal cord. In the spinal cord, relay neuron is there. Okay, so that neuron will instruct. Okay, will give the instructions, and those instructions will carried through this motor nerve back. Okay, so once again I'll explain. See, first, skin receptor means thigmoreceptors. Yes or not? The receptors will which are related to skin, so those receptors are called thigmoreceptor. So just before we have learned it. Okay, so these receptors will carry the message. This message, what is that message? So that message is the that hotness. Okay, skin felt some hotness. So because of what happened, that message will carry through this sensory neuron. Okay, this sensory neuron, this is sensory neuron, and it reaches relay neuron, and that relay neuron gives some instructions, and those instructions were carried through motor nerve to particular the affected place. Okay, it reaches to the particular affected place. Here in this example, what is that? Hand. So that hand, what is the instruction should be given? So that hand should be withdrawn. That the hand should be withdrawn back. Okay, so that instructions will be given through this spinal cord, that is which are from relay neurons. Okay, so I hope you understood. So we will move forward. So what is synapse? What is synapse. It is there, see. The synapse means nothing but it is a gap between the neuron ending of one neuron and dendrite of the other neuron. See, there are two neurons, okay. This is one neuron and this is other neuron. So this is the ending of the first neuron, and these are all the dendrites, okay. Dendrites means hair-like structures. Hair-like structures. So this is the ending. So what happened here? The electrical now we will see that how the neuron passes the electrical impulses from one neuron to other neuron. That is also very important. So here the messengers, first it will be received by dendrites of one neuron, okay. Then it will pass through cell body. That is what, see here, yeah, you can see, yeah, these are all dendrites, right? These are all hair-like structures or dendrites. So the message will be received by these dendrites and it will pass to cell body, and it will pass through axon. This is axon, right? And what happens, this is the nerve end, this is a neuron end, okay. So means ending of this, see here, synapse is present. Synapse means the between gap between two neurons. So this is synapse, and what happens, this electrical impulse will convert into some chemical substance, okay. So between the gap, so that chemical substance itself act as a path between those two neurons. That gap is there, right? In that gap it passes through chemical substance, okay. So again those chemical substances will catch by this other dendrite. This is, okay, other neuron, that is dendrites, okay. It will catch by dendrites of other neuron, and again the same process happens. Again it converts into electrical impulse. So those electrical impulses again carried through axon, cell body axon, and again nerve ending. Again one more neuron will be there and dendrites are there. So again what happens here, those electrical impulses convert into chemical substances, okay. Again these chemical substances are received by dendrites of other neuron. So the process will be continued. So in such way the electrical impulse or any information message will be carried through the neurons in nerves, okay. This is what the system, see here, this is nerve ending, this is nerve ending. See, these electrical impulses pass through and it converts into chemical substances. These chemical substances are received by, again, this is dendrite, okay, of other neuron. So this is the process happens in neurons, okay. Next, yeah, human hormones, okay. So in our body there are two types of coordination system is there. One is nervous coordination system and other one is hormonal coordination system. So this is about hormones. That is also endocrine hormones we are going to learn about, okay. So there are two types of hormones, exocrine hormones and endocrine hormones. So what is the difference? See here, exocrine hormones, exocrine glands, you can say, means the gland secretes hormones, okay. The gland secretes hormones. Here exocrine glands and endocrine glands, okay. So exocrine glands means what? One second. Yeah. Exocrine glands, see here, EXO gland means exocrine glands. So it secretes hormones, right? Those hormones will go to one target, that is any target if you take. So that to reach the target, so exocrine glands release hormones. Okay, so these hormones reach that target through some tube like structure, that is, you can say, you can also call it duct. Okay, so that is there, that duct like structures are present in exocrine glands. Okay, and what is a endocrine gland? See, endocrine, here it is there, endocrine gland, that is, endocrine glands also releases hormones. So though for this hormone, for that hormones to reach the target, there is no duct, there is no tube like structure. But how it will reach, how the hormone which is released by the endocrine gland, so that will reach through blood. So that hormone will reach through blood to that particular target. Okay, very good. So this is what about exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to learn about endocrine glands. Okay, see, this is pituitary gland and thyroid gland, parathyroid gland and pancreas, adrenal glands. Okay, this is adrenal glands, and testis and ovaries. So these are all the, we are going to learn about these glands. What are the functions of the glands? We will learn. See, here pituitary gland is there. Okay, so this pituitary gland is the master of these all the glands present in our body. This is the master boss. Okay, because it is very close to our brain. So that is the reason pituitary gland is the master gland of our body, of endocrine system, you can say. Okay, fine. So what is the function of pituitary gland? It is, here it is there. Okay, what is the function of pituitary gland? So it secretes hormones, right? The gland secretes hormones. So this is pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland secretes growth hormone. Pituitary gland secretes growth hormone. And what is the function of it? It regulates growth. See here, it regulates growth, and it controls the functioning of endocrine glands. It controls the functioning of endocrine glands. That is the reason it is called master of endocrine glands. Okay, and if it releases more in our body, if it releases, what is that? Growth hormone. It relates to growth. So if it releases more in our body, then what happens? The person will become giant. Okay, otherwise, if it releases less in our body, then what happens? The person will look so dwarf means short, because it relates to growth. Okay, fine. And next, thyroid. So in thyroid, here the thyroid gland is near to neck. Okay, so thyroid gland releases thyroxine. Okay, thyroid gland releases thyroxine. Okay, so what is the function of it? It controls the metabolism rate. It also brings about balanced growth. Okay, so we will see, we should learn a little more about thyroid gland in this chapter. That is, thyroid gland secretes thyroxine. Okay, but thyroxine is not directly usable in our body. It should be converted into other substance by iodine. Okay, it should be converted into other useful substance, that is by what? Iodine. Okay, so iodine is present in what? That is a mineral. Okay, that is a mineral that is present in salt. Okay, so in the salt, what we are taking in food and all, so that salt is having iodine. So that iodine converts, okay, that iodine converts this thyroxine, which is secreted by thyroid. Okay, that thyroxine converted, that thyroxine will be converted into useful substances, so which is taken by our body, which is useful by our body. So here, if it is not the iodine is not sufficient in our body, then what happens? The thyroid gland secretes thyroxine, and thyroxine will be more in our body, and the diseases will be occurred in human body. Okay, so the body will be get affected by the diseases. So what happened? So in the sea salt, okay, in the sea salt, iodine will be sufficient, which is the body will, in our body, the iodine percentage will be, should be normal. Okay, it should not be more, as it should not be less. So the iodine is very, very important in our body to convert the thyroxine in useful substances, which is taken by our body. Okay, very good. Next, parathyroid. Okay, parathyroid is the next gland. This is parathyroid. Parathyroid secretes hormone, that is parathormone. What is that? Parathormone. So what is the function of it? It controls calcium balance of the body. It controls calcium balance in our body. Okay, next, adrenal gland. So where it presents? Adrenal glands are present in the just top of the kidneys. Okay, see here, you can see. Okay, so this adrenal glands secretes adrenaline. What is that? Adrenaline hormones. What are the functions of this? It prepares body for emergency. Example, one dog is it's running back of you, then immediately you will get the energy, isn't it? You will run faster. You can run faster than before. So from where the energy came that time? So that time energy came from adrenal glands. So that is the adrenaline hormone will be secreted by this adrenal glands. So in emergency situations, actually this adrenal gland secretes adrenaline. Okay, next, pancreas. Okay, pancreas it secretes insulin, and what insulin controls? Glucose levels of the blood. Okay, it controls the glucose levels, insulin hormone. And pancreas secretes one more hormone, that is glucagon. Okay, glucagon. So that is it raises the blood, it raises the glucose levels. So in our body, sometimes what happens, whenever the glucose levels will be down, okay, then this glucagon, okay, glucagon hormone, okay, which is released by pancreas. So this glucagon hormone will raises the glucose levels in our body. Okay, fine. Next, testis. So this is testis. That is one gland which is located in male. Okay, males. So this testis releases one hormone that is called testosterone. So this testosterone, what is the function of that? Controls growth and development of male reproductive system. It controls growth and development of male reproductive system. So this is ovaries. Okay, this is ovaries present. Will be present in female bodies. So ovaries releases hormones called estrogen, okay, and progesterone, okay, estrogen and progesterone. So these are all these two hormones are released by ovaries. What are the functions? It controls growth and development of female reproductive system. Okay, fine. So you will learn more about this testis glands and ovaries glands in the reproductive system chapter. So we will learn in further chapters. Okay. So this is about human hormonal system. Yeah, this is a feedback mechanism. What is feedback mechanism in our body? It regulates the action of the hormones. Okay, it regulates the action of the hormones. See here, as you can see, this is a normal person. So when the temperature increases in his surroundings, what happens? Obviously, in the body also the temperature increases. Okay, then automatically in his body the sweat will come out. Okay, sweat will come out. So because of that, what happens? The body controls the heat. The body controls the heat because from the by the sweat the body will get cool. Okay, the body gets cool because of sweat. So it is a mechanism. So again, what happens? The temperature will come to normal. Okay, the temperature will come to normal. So the body itself have that mechanism inside to adjust the things. It regulates the actions, okay, by the hormones. Again, the same thing here in the winter season. Example, in the winter season, the person he feels more cool. Okay, so because of that he gets shivering. So because of shivering, what happens? The vibrations. Okay, he'll get the vibrations. So because of vibrations, heat produced. Okay, heat will be produced. So then again the body temperature will come to normal. Okay, so the body itself have some feedback mechanisms inside. Okay, to get the person in a normal position. Okay, so we will learn a little more detail. See here, the time and amount of hormone released are regulated by feedback mechanism. So in which time and what amount of hormone should be released in a regulated manner. Okay, so example, see, if the sugar levels in blood rise, then what happens? They are detected by the cells of pancreas. Okay, the pancreas will be detected. The pancreas will detect the sugar levels in the blood, and immediately it responds. The pancreas respond, and it produce more insulin. So that what happens? The blood in the blood, the sugar level falls. Okay, then immediately the insulin secretion is reduced. Secretion is reduced by the pancreas. So what happens? So this is the feedback mechanism we have in our body. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day, girls.